How's it going, folks? It is Matt back with another crypto video, and today's video is on DigiByte, and there's a ton of news to cover today. So as always, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and let's get right to it. So this first tweet that I have, this is from Devin, the head secretary of the DigiByte awareness team. He tweeted this article that came out from Today's Gazette. I have clicked that article. As you can see, it's been viewed over almost 7,000 times by now, so you can rest easy knowing that I'm not going to read this article to you, but I'm going to talk about it. Basically, the title, Latest Roadmap Indicates Unmatched Progress, and they go on to mention that really in the first quarter, we're 5 weeks into 2019, and there's just been numerous exchange listings for DigiByte, numerous Fiat pairings, and even a base pairing on the exchange DEXs. That was just a couple days ago that I reported on that. And I find it interesting here, this paragraph saying, DigiByte a few steps away from Fiat adoption. And really, you know, since Bitcoin was established, a lot of crypto projects that have risen, that's their goal, is to replace Fiat, because, you know, cryptocurrency is better than our traditional system of using fiat and trusting a centralized service or group of people. You know, cryptocurrency and decentralization is the future, but I find it interesting that they're saying DigiByte is being a few steps away from fiat adoption, and really that wasn't DigiByte's original goal. You know, their main focus was in the realm of cybersecurity, but being as superior as it is, it's also a fantastic currency, and I think people are starting to realize that, and that's why we're starting to see these exchange listings just really taking off, like week over week. There's fiat pairings, new exchanges, new decentralized exchanges popping up that are all listing DigiByte for the reasons of it being a superior technology, and it's one of the oldest technologies in the space too, being around since 2014. But they go on to point on that it's been listed now on a new South Korean exchange, Probit, which will allow for DigiByte to be traded directly with Bitcoin, which is getting DigiByte in the profitable Asian region. And just really anywhere in the world now you can purchase DigiByte either with fiat directly or with Bitcoin. So the ease of access to it is great, and it's great to see these exchanges continuously listing DigiByte and giving these fiat pairs. You know, it may not be translating to direct pumps in price at this moment, but really that's just the sentiment of the whole market right now. You know, the whole market is down, and until there's true adoption of the technology, until more than 1% of the world starts investing in the technology, we're not going to see 1,000%, 2,000% increases. You know, it's just not going to happen if 1% of the world is invested, and 1% of the world's investments are spread out across all of these different projects in the space. But when adoption does start to take place, when more than 1% of the world starts to get involved in cryptocurrency, being listed on these exchanges, having these fiat pairings is going to ensure that DigiByte has a chance, has a very good chance of being successful when that adoption does start to increase. You know, people are going to want to buy these cryptocurrencies directly with fiat. It saves them money, and they get more DigiByte in return, or really any cryptocurrency that has a fiat pair. If you have to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, pay their fee of 3 to 5%, whatever it is, and then you got to transfer that Bitcoin, paying another fee, and then you got to exchange that Bitcoin, paying another fee, and then you got to transfer that, if whatever you exchanged it for, you got to transfer that back off of the exchange into your wallet, paying yet another fee. So you're just losing money simply trying to acquire cryptocurrency. That's why it's such a big deal that DigiByte's getting all of these fiat pairings where you can save money when you buy it. You just purchase it directly with fiat, deposit it in your wallet, hardware wallet, whatever, and then you know, let it sit. Or hopefully in the future we start using it as a day-to-day currency. But talking in terms of exchange listings, this is DigiByte. Decentralized exchanges are the future, and they are listing DigiByte. The future is bright. And then I find the title of this interesting, as I've been saying it for quite a while. Decentralized exchanges are the future, and as pointed out in the first couple paragraphs here, as why that is the case is most recently, I'm sure you've heard of it by now, the Quadriga, I think I said that right, the Canadian exchange where the owner died and he had the only passwords or only keys, whatever, and now over $140 million worth of cryptocurrency is now lost, and all those people have lost their money because they can't access it. that's the issue with centralized exchanges. You don't own your private key, so technically you don't own your cryptocurrency. I mean, you do, but do you really? If the owner dies and you lose your cryptocurrency, you never really owned that cryptocurrency unless you own your private keys. The other problem with centralized exchanges is all the hacks that are going on. You know, I haven't researched or pulled up any articles of any of the centralized exchange hacks that have happened recently, but we know they have happened. Cryptopia is the most recent one that I can think of right now offhand. But the problem with centralized exchanges is they are insecure and they control your private keys, which means you don't really technically control your crypto assets. So that's why decentralized exchanges are the future, because you are the owner of your private keys and therefore the sole owner and the real owner of that cryptocurrency. So if the owner or founder of this decentralized exchange were to pass away, you still have your cryptocurrency because you're in control of your private keys. And they kind of summarize that here as whereas decentralized exchanges are the future. And speaking of decentralized exchanges, DigiByte's being listed on basically all of them that are starting to pop up now. Most recently I reported on DEXs. DEX is a decentralized exchange, and they even made DigiByte a base pair on the exchange. The other most recent one I can think of is CloverDex, another decentralized exchange listing the decentralized project DigiByte. You know, decentralization is the future. So the fact that DigiByte is as decentralized as it is really what piques my interest in the project. And they go on to point out, besides, the crypto is not just reliant on crypto or on exchange listings for its growth and value. And really, you should not base your investment on exchange listings. You should base your investment on problems they are solving and working products that they already have or partnerships that they already have. You know, people just really need to stop throwing money into these ICOs because it's not working. Clearly, most of them fail. Most of them run out of money. Most of them never make a working product. It's really kind of frustrating for me to watch these ICOs just pump up a massive amount and then dump, and then no one ever hears about it again, and no one thinks that's an issue, or at least no one's talking about that issue. It's time for money to start being put in projects that already have working products and you know, already have some partnerships and use cases today. You know, not something that we're planning on making in the future. There's already use cases, but basically the article points out that no matter how long the current market condition sustains, no matter how long this bear market continues, DigiByte can't stop because they can't run out of funding. It's all volunteer based. The developers are doing it on a volunteer basis. The marketing team is doing it on a volunteer basis. So it doesn't matter if the market's down and DigiByte is less than a penny. We don't have any money to pay our associates. So you know, the progress can't stop because people are doing this purely because they want to do it. It's a volunteer organization. So you know, in terms of safe investments, investing in a company that can't go bankrupt or you know can't just close up shop because they ran out of money, you know, that's another point that interests me about DigiByte. And on top of that, they already have working products. For instance, DigiID. And we know their partnership with AntimID, which AntimID is a European authentication company that's already using DigiID and replacing traditional logins using emails, usernames, and passwords. This is the most secure way to log into a website, and I suspect that 2019 will see multiple implementations of the DigiID technology. You know, I think it could become like a domino effect where if you know, similar to where the Fiat pairings, you know, it started with one or two, and then now it seems like everybody is rushing to pair DigiByte with Fiat because people are interested in this crypto. I suspect the same scenario with DigiID. Once people start to implement it and once people realize how easy it is to use and how secure it is and the fact that it's free, I expect more people to start adopting that technology. You know, I could be wrong, but it just makes sense. There's a very big need for cybersecurity, a solution to all these problems, and DigiID is that solution. We just need people to become aware of it and start using it. So they also point out, well, I already went over that, so I'll skip that. But anyway, moving to the next bit of news, this is more so big news for Abra. This is a tweet from Bill, the CEO of the Abra wallet, saying, huge day for Abra Global and Bitcoin as Abra is rolling out a stock and ETF investing using Bitcoin. So fractional shares plus no limits and a $5 minimum, no fees for 2019. So we know, what was it, DEX exchange being the first crypto exchange to offer stocks and everything that you can purchase with cryptocurrency. Now Abra wallet is doing that, so that's a very big deal. And I love the Abra wallet. My only, I guess, complaint with it is the fact that DigiByte is not native on the wallet yet. But as this tweet, if it loads here, points out, this is a tweet from PBJ saying native DigiByte wallet should soon be a reality on Abra. And the CEO of Abra, Bill, replied to it. He said he agrees. Sorry for the delay, but now at least you know why there was the delay. And why? Because they were working on this, rolling out the ability to purchase stocks and ETFs using cryptocurrency. So now that this is launching or basically complete now, maybe the DigiByte going native on the Abra wallet is on the short-term horizon. I certainly hope so. I love the Abra wallet. It's very easy to use. I would just love the chance to be able to send my DigiByte from the Abra wallet to my hardware wallet or to wherever else I want to send it. Another bit of news, this is a tweet from Rudy Bauman. Big thanks to Bitladon. They have listed DigiByte. It is possible to trade DigiByte against 150 other cryptocurrencies. They're working on a mobile app that is almost finished, and you can buy DigiByte with Fiat via these multiple different ways of purchasing DigiByte with Fiat on Bitladon. So I clicked on, I found Bitladon's website. It appears to be native to the European region only, but it's still good news for DigiByte. The Fiat pairings are continuing, and when adoption does start to happen, there's going to be easy on-ramps, multiple easy on-ramps. People are going to be able to pick and choose which way they want to buy it, and they can buy it directly with Fiat. And that's going to be a big deal in making sure DigiByte is successful when the next bull run happens. This is a tweet from the DigiByte awareness team. It's not necessarily news, but I thought it was a beautiful tweet, and it's just something to keep in mind. I see a lot of people hating on other projects seemingly for no reason at all other than either they're not invested in it or, I don't really understand. If someone or if a project is doing something, if a project is being successful, if they're solving a real-world problem, everybody in this space, the 1% of us that are involved, should encourage that. If Tron does succeed in decentralizing the internet, whether I agree with how Tron operates or not, it's still a good thing. We want the adoption of blockchain technology, because once the adoption of blockchain technology happens, people are going to become aware of which projects are more superior and which projects solve problems that are more important, I guess, and that could drive the adoption of DigiByte. That's just my personal take on it. But basically this tweet says, we are much better off when we encourage industry-wide development. It is okay to recognize other amazing projects. We have to be all in, together. Together we can, and together we will create the most productive global change the world has ever seen. Blockchain has massive implications for the global economy. It can solve so many problems. It can eliminate middlemen that are basically useless and driving up prices of consumer goods. The blockchain technology can make everything that we purchase on a daily basis cheaper to purchase by eliminating these middlemen. It can add transparency to where our products are coming from, who's touched it. That's very useful in terms of food and all these E. coli outbreaks and all that nonsense. It makes it easy. It's just going to make the world a better place, whether it's DigiByte's blockchain or another blockchain or a combination of multiple blockchains. Blockchain technology is going to make the world a better place. So last two things to mention here. This is an article written by Josiah Spackman. It is an 8-minute read. I will provide a link to this in the description below. This is a fantastic article. Crypto Speed for Use in Retail. That's the title of the article. Josiah does an amazing job breaking down. He talks about Bitcoin, Litecoin, DigiByte, Vertcoin, and breaks it down like what is really needed for adoption as a daily currency and why DigiByte is better than Bitcoin and Litecoin. It's faster, it's more secure, it's cheaper, but this article does a fantastic job of pointing out why. So I'll provide a link to this in the description if you are interested in this technology or just interested in learning about why Litecoin and why Bitcoin are not really the best option for day-to-day use as a currency, read this article and you will better understand why that is the case. Last thing to mention, VertBase, they have tweeted out that they have made the following donation for the month of January. They donated 50,000 DigiByte to the DigiByte awareness team. So I just wanted to say thank you to VertBase for this donation. You know, I love the exchange. VertBase has also paired DigiByte with the US dollar. So just shout out to VertBase and thank you for this donation. So that will wrap up today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later.